What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we're locked in. This is episode 2 of LaPalma, day 16 of 31 days at Netflix. And we just heard the eruption. Well, the pre-eruption, and the earth is starting to shake. And if you're on vacation right now on the LaPalma Islands, I'm advising you to get the heck up out of there. This episode is called Takeoff. So before we jump into this and take off on episode 2, if you like this kind of content, Netflix series, something quick and easy to watch, kind of interesting, then I think LaPalma might be something for you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'm on that road to 75,000 subscribers. So I appreciate each and every one of you. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Day 16, 31 days of Netflix. Merry Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like a volcano is about to erupt. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This is the recap of LaPalma, episode 2. With everything that was going on, Maria was trying to warn the campers, hey, y'all need to get out of here. There's a potential volcano. Well, she wakes up in the hospital at the beginning of this episode, and she's going through it because she's out there trying to save people, trying to protect people and give them the heads up, but she got caught in the crossfire. No pun intended. Now she's telling her boss, no, we seriously need to warn people about the potential tsunami or volcano that could happen from it. But her boss is like, nah, because if we alert millions of people and we're wrong, then we would definitely be in trouble for it. And that's just like anything. You want to make sure you are correct before you make that announcement, just to ensure your safety and the repercussions that can come. Now, as a civilian, you're probably looking at it like, if you had a heads up, let us know. So what he's trying to do is cover his tracks because he's been doing this for decades. And now she's been out there and she has firsthand experience of what's happening. She's trying to get in contact with her brother Eric, but he's out in the water swimming with the sea turtles. And remember, he's been doing research on it. Now, the reason she's calling him is because she wants him to leave the island. She's going to stay and do more research, but she can't get a hold of him because he's out at sea, just relaxing and living the unemployed life. We see Sara and Charlie starting to get a little bit closer. And what I mean closer, I mean closer, wink, wink. Now, they're just talking about how they found her brother and things aren't going as planned. Now, Charlie doesn't want anybody to be posting that she's out here on vacation, but one of the guys, he did post. So Sara's starting to see, okay, what's wrong with Charlie? Why she doesn't want anyone to be posted? But they exchanged numbers, and Charlie is telling Sara pretty much, you can hang out with us while you're here because we don't have anything else going on. And it seems like you're just with your family. Maria and her boss go and talk to the mayor of the island, and they're telling her, listen, this can get real spooky. Our calculations and from what we actually seen on the ground, this volcano could go off inside of the mountain, could go into the water, and it can get ugly, catastrophic for everyone. But of course, the mayor is thinking the same thing. If we aren't 1,000% sure, I don't want to alert everyone with a tsunami warning and give the false, the false representation that we don't know what we're talking about. So the mayor is still like, let's stand down for a minute and let's get the facts. When we can confirm this, then okay, we'll move forward. Things are starting to get ugly with this relationship between Fredrik and his wife Günther, because she found out that Tobias came up missing by the OG, and now she's like, why didn't you tell me? And Fredrik was like, I didn't want to tell you because we was about to go get something to eat and we found him, he was safe. Now, she's been recommending that they go to therapy to try to fix their relationship, but he doesn't want to do that. She's talking about she's been taking care of the kids for 17 years, so I'm putting Sara at 17 years old. Fredrik was saying, listen, your daughter is suffering. You're putting her through all kinds of stress. Now, Sara was in the room, she's crying, and she's trying to stay away from it because her parents, they're going through a serious argument and it could lead to a divorce. Back at the research center, things are starting to get serious. Boss man is telling Marie, listen, whatever information you got, we need to figure that out. Anna, you need to look at those earthquakes because these small tremors, these tremors are indicators that something bigger is about to arrive. So now they're all running around because they need to get the factual data so they can present it to the mayor to potentially save the island and all of the coastline that could be affected by a huge tsunami. Eric ends up showing up because he got the phone call from his sister, and Marie is like, you need to leave the island, but she can't give up information that a tsunami is about to potentially hit. So she's like, just go home. You need to get out of here. I don't want you here. So she's being harsh to him so he'll actually leave. And he's looking at her like, damn, that's really how you feel? Because we do find out that these two, they suffered losing their parents due to a flood. So she's mean to him, talking about you need to go back to Norway, but she can't give up the information because it's not 100% factual. But Eric is looking at her like, that's messed up, sister. We get introduced to a new character. Now, this is Uncle Jens. This is Sarah's uncle, Jennifer's brother, and he works at the foreign ministries. Now, he's over here. He's top dog. He's telling everybody, hey, get off that phone. No eating at the desk. Now, one of the employees, she looks at him. She's like, man, you're a hard worker. He's like, yeah, I got to. You know, I got to do what I got to do to make sure that everyone that's Norwegian gets the proper help. I'm working extra overtime so the people with families, they can have that time off. That's dedication right there. I'm not working overtime for the families. I'm working overtime because I need that money. Now, the reason we get introduced to Jens, not only does he work at the foreign ministry, Sara is calling. She's like, can I get some extra money? Because she's running away from the family after they had their argument about to board a plane, go back to Norway, but she needs some extra money. Well, she's actually going to Madrid first, and then from there she'll go up to Norway. But she needs some money, and she's calling her Uncle Jens because he has it. But he's like, I can't do that. I can't send you any money without your mom knowing what's going on. So she's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just get on this flight and I'll figure it out when I land. As Sara boards the plane and she's about to take off, obviously the family doesn't know where she's at. Uncle Jens is trying to call Jennifer like, hey, you know, Sarah's getting on a plane. Well, she's on the runway now, and well, it looks like she's going to Madrid. She's getting away. She's one of the smart people. She's leaving before anything happens. Well, the plane to Madrid took off, and you could hear over the intercom, don't take off. There's a smoke cloud in front of you. Well, the plane went through there. Jennifer and Fredrik, they're nervous. The plane to Madrid took off, and we see a plane fly right over them, and then it crashes into the hillside. So they're thinking, wait a minute, Sara may have been on that plane. Sara was on the plane, guys. Oh my goodness, this isn't looking good. Now everyone on the island is in a frenzy. The volcano is starting to erupt. There's a plane that went down. Emergency services are out there trying to gather the bodies. They hop in a vehicle and go straight over to the hospital because they're trying to find out if Sara was on this flight and if Sara survived. This has to be a scary feeling, especially seeing the plane fly over you and you didn't even know that your daughter was getting on this flight. They go straight to the ER and they see a young lady inside the ER. So they're thinking this might be Sara, but obviously they can't get in there. So the hospital nurses, they're coming over here. Hey, you need to leave. You need to leave. Man, I'm telling you, hearts are racing. Oh man, I can feel it in the air, guys. This is bad. Sara got on a flight to Madrid. This is why kids shouldn't be making adult decisions on their own. I hope we didn't lose Sara. Maria and her boss, they're talking to the mayor, and now they're talking to everybody on the island. Any high-ranking official, same thing. Well, we've had the volcano erupt before, but there hasn't been any lava. Right now, it's just gas and smoke and ashes. So we really don't want to alert anyone. But they're like, listen, you need to take this seriously. If you guys don't take this seriously, then there's no telling what could happen coming from this. We need to be prepared. We need to give people a heads up. But right now, they're still like, nah, we're not going to do that. So Marie leaves because her boss told her, you need to leave the island. I'll do this. Go warn your brother. And as you can see, there's ash falling down and it looks like black snow. So she's going to go tell her brother, Eric, we need to get out of here because it's serious now. But Eric, he isn't at the house. We don't know where the heck Eric is. He was supposed to be here. He doesn't have a job. But after she yelled at him, he's just out and about. Now they're going through the records of everyone that was on this manifest, everyone that got on the plane. Now we see Sara's name, number 61, but there's no check mark next to it. This means her body hasn't been discovered. She was in the front part of the plane, the part that exploded. So what does this mean? Well, they haven't found her body. Jennifer and Fredrik are here and they're nervous. Wait, can we go to the crash site and try to look and see if we can find her? She's like, nah, no one can go up there. Once they get home from the hospital, luckily for us, Sara got off the plane. She was texting Charlie. She got off the plane, guys. She's still alive. Now, of course, her parents are scared. They're nervous. They're shaking right now, but she got off the plane before it took off. Now, I don't know what planes and what airlines you can do this on, but I guess over here, hey, once you board, you can go ahead and get off if you want to. Some final destination type stuff. but Sara is still alive. Sara goes and meets up with Charlie. Fredrik and Jennifer get into bed together. They're getting closer to each other because they saved Tobias. Sara's still alive. But when she goes out to talk to Charlie, Charlie's apologizing about what happened earlier when she was going off on her friend, and she didn't want Sara to see that angry side of her. But these two, as we noticed from the beginning, they're closer than we thought they were going to be, and they end up kissing each other because the relationship that they have is growing on them. They both resent their family, and they just need someone in their corner that they can get that love and be able to talk to. So they go ahead and kiss, and we see where this relationship is going, even though the island is about to be on fire. Marie finally finds out what Eric is, and he's been having a night on the town, enjoying himself because his sister yelled at him. Now the police are trying to detain him, not like lock him up, but just get him up out of here, escort him away. But when Marie shows up, she starts pulling the police officers, and they're like, hey ma'am, you need to step back. We got this under control. So they end up arresting her for assaulting a police officer. All she was trying to do was make sure that Eric was all right, because she's really the one that discovered that this volcano is about to erupt, and she can really save everybody, but she's trying to start with saving her brother, and it doesn't go according to plan because she gets detained and thrown in the police vehicle. All right, there you go. Episode 2, LaPalma. They done locked up Maria, the only person that really knows what's going on the island, and all she was trying to do was save Eric. Now, at this point, there's no way you're flying out of here with that volcano going off in the runway leads directly to the damn volcano. There's no leaving right now. So the best thing to do is probably get on a boat and try to get to the mainland. But let me know what you would do in this type of situation. I'm MoedotJ. Tune in tomorrow for day 17 of 31 days of Netflix and episode 3 of LaPalma. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.